Long ago, in a time before the world knew many things we take for granted today, humanity was shrouded in ignorance. People knew nothing about planting crops, tending animals, making tools, weaving cloth, or creating anything useful. The world was silent in its darkness, and humans wandered aimlessly. Their lives simple, but also limited by their lack of knowledge. In the heavens, there dwelled a wise and powerful deity named Niam, the god of the sky. Niam was the source of all wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. From his realm above, he watched over the earth and its inhabitants, silently observing their struggles and their potential. Niam was aware that humans needed guidance, but he also knew that knowledge was precious. To keep it safe, he stored all the wisdom of the universe in a special vessel, a clay pot. This clay pot was no ordinary container. It was crafted with great care, and within it, all the secrets of the world: how to farm, how to weave, how to make tools, how to build homes, and even how to communicate were kept safe. Niam guarded this treasure jealously, knowing that knowledge could change the course of humanity for better or worse one day. Niam decided that it was time for humans to learn the secrets that would help them grow and flourish. So he made a decision. He would give the gift of wisdom to the world, but he wanted to choose carefully who would carry this gift. After pondering, Niam selected Ananse, the spider, who was clever and quick-witted. Ananse was a small creature, teeny compared to the mighty trees and towering animals of the world, yet he was known for his cunning and craftiness. Niam appeared before Ananse and handed him the clay pot containing all the wisdom of the universe. "This is the greatest gift I can give," Niam said, "but be careful. This wisdom is powerful, and how you use it will determine how the world benefits from it." Ananse was overjoyed. His heart swelled with pride and anticipation. With the pot in his hands, he knew he held the key to unlocking the mysteries of the world. He looked at the pot, feeling the weight of the knowledge it contained. He was eager to share it with everyone, but Niam warned him, "Remember, the wisdom in this pot is delicate. If you hide it away or misuse it, the world may never learn its secrets." In his excitement, Ananse's mind raced with ideas. He wanted to keep the wisdom for himself, thinking that if he possessed all knowledge, he would be the most powerful creature alive. However, he also knew that wisdom was meant to be shared to help others, to make life better for all. But greed and pride began to take hold of Ananse. He thought, "If I keep this wisdom to myself, I will be the most important creature in the world. No one will be smarter than me." His desire to hoard the knowledge grew stronger each day. To keep the wisdom safe and close to him, Ananse devised a plan. He decided to hide the clay pot so no one else could see or learn from it. But he was clever and wanted to ensure that he could always access the wisdom whenever he needed it. He thought, "If I tie the pot to my waist, I can carry it with me wherever I go. No one will take it away, and I will be the only one with the knowledge." So Ananse took a long, strong rope and tied it around his waist. Then he carefully attached the clay pot to the rope so that it hung just in front of him. He was proud of his plan. With the pot secured to his waist, he started climbing a tall tree. He wanted to find a high place where he could keep the wisdom safe and unseen by others. As he climbed higher and higher, the world below looked small, and Ananse felt powerful. The wisdom was close to him, ready to be accessed whenever he desired. However, climbing the tree with the clay pot hanging in front of him proved to be difficult. The pot was fragile, and his attachment to the rope made his movements awkward. Sometimes the pot would sway and threaten to fall, but Ananse was cautious and held tightly onto the rope. Still, the effort was tiring, and he was determined to reach the top. As he neared the highest branches, a thought crossed his mind. He recognized that the journey was more challenging than he had expected. The weight of the pot, combined with his desire to keep it secret, made him realize that maybe he should have just tied it to his back instead. He paused for a moment and looked around. The view from the top of the tree was breathtaking. The earth stretched out before him, and the sky was vast and clear. Ananse felt a surge of pride. He thought to himself, if I tie the pot to my back, it will be much easier to carry. I will be able to climb faster and safer. So, he decided to try a different approach. He untied the clay pot from the rope and, instead, tied it securely to his back. It was much easier to climb with the weight balanced on his shoulders. Ananse was pleased with his new method. Now he could ascend the tree more swiftly and comfortably. He began to climb again, higher and higher. With each step, he felt more confident. Soon, he reached the top of the tallest tree in the forest. From this vantage point, he could see far and wide over the land, the rivers, the mountains, and the villages below. But as he sat at the very top, a strange feeling crept into his heart. He looked down at the clay pot still tied to his back, and remembered that the wisdom was meant to be shared. He thought about Nyame and the importance of spreading knowledge to help others grow. Yet, his greed and pride overwhelmed that thought. Ananse's mind was clouded with selfishness. He thought, if I share this wisdom, I will lose my advantage. Everyone will be smarter than me, and I will no longer be special. The idea of giving up his power was frightening. Suddenly, a mischievous idea formed in Ananse's mind. If he threw the clay pot down from the top of the tree, the wisdom inside would scatter across the land. Perhaps, by doing so, he could claim to be the one who brought knowledge to the world, and everyone would have to come to him for answers. In a burst of anger and frustration, Ananse reached out and grabbed the clay pot, then hurled it down from the top of the tree. The pot shattered into countless pieces as it hit the ground below. The sound echoed through the forest, and the fragments of the pot flew everywhere as the clay broke apart. All the wisdom stored inside was released. The knowledge that Nyame had carefully kept in the pot spilled out into the air and spread across the entire world. The pieces of the broken pot scattered far and wide, and from that day forward, the wisdom became accessible to everyone. The people of the land began to learn how to farm, how to weave cloth, how to craft tools, and how to make fire. They discovered ways to build homes, to hunt, and to communicate with each other. All these things that humans now know and rely on came from the wisdom that was once contained in a single clay pot. But Ananse, the clever spider, was left with nothing. His greed had caused him to lose the precious gift of knowledge. Instead of sharing and helping others, he had tried to hoard the wisdom for himself. Because of his actions, the knowledge was no longer confined to a single vessel. It was now free and available to all. From that day forward, humans learned that wisdom is meant to be shared. It is a gift that grows stronger and more valuable when given freely. Ananse's mistake became a lesson for everyone, that greed and pride can lead to loss. But sharing and humility bring true understanding and progress. And so, the story of Ananse and the clay pot became a tale told by elders and storytellers to remind young and old alike about the importance of wisdom, sharing, and humility. The world's knowledge originated from that single moment when the clay pot was broken, and the wisdom was scattered across the earth for all to learn and grow.